Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today is Fun Stuff Friday and I've got some fun stuff to try. I was sucked into Temu. Sorry, but it happened. I found some things that I wanted to buy for Christmas ornaments and they were really inexpensive. And then in order to get free shipping, I had to buy more. So I bought more. And I've been wanting to try these pencils for a while, and they had some gel pens too. So we're going to try those out on Joanna Bashford's cover of her Worlds of Wonder. I colored the other side already with different pencils with the Brute Funers. So there's the 520 Brute Funers, the 168, the 120, and then a mix on both of those. So, and I don't know if you just saw that. Yeah. So these are called the Forever pencils. They are supposed to last a long time without sharpening. They come in different colors. You can also get black ones. And the lead screws in to the tip here like that. But you're not ever supposed to have to sharpen them. So we're going to see how that goes. Because, yeah. Now you take this part here off, and I don't like this. This kind of bugs me to get to the eraser. But that kind of bugs me, so I don't like that. I don't think I'll be using that eraser. I don't like having to take my pencil apart to get to the eraser. It would have been better if they had, some way of pushing the eraser up, but they don't. So this little window here just tells you that the eraser is in there. What I'm wondering is if the spare nibs would fit in here because it came with some spare nibs for each of the colors. So there's like red, orange, yellows, blacks, greens, all different colors in the spare nibs. And there seems to be a lot of them, which tells me that this pencil is not going to last me forever. But we will give them a try. So I got yellow and then a darker yellow, like an orange yellow. So a light orange, a dark orange. Let's fix that. It's not screwed in right. And some of them have come cross-threaded. So you just unscrew it, take it out very carefully. And this one here might even be a little wonky on the extrusion aspects of it, but let's try to put it in anyway. There it goes. So the sometimes they come a little cross-threaded, so you just unthread it and rethread it. And then we've got red and pink. And I have no idea what these colors look like on paper. I have not even tried them. I just opened the package this morning. So I haven't swatched these or anything. You are getting as much of a view of them as I've had so far. They came and I went, ooh, I need to do a video because these are on sale on Amazon for their Black Friday sale. So if you like the way that they look today, then I'll post the link below for the Black Friday sale, as well as the link for Temu. I think they're cheaper on the Black Friday sale right now, of course, than they were on Temu. On Temu, you get 6 of these in each package. So because there was different colors, I bought both packages. And then the gel pens, they're 1 point or a point. No, they are a 1 millimeter gel pen. I have not tried them. They're all glitter, and they look pretty full. I'm not seeing any that are half empty or anything, so we'll try those as well. All different colors, lots of good colors, gold, silver, black, brown, yellow, orange, red, pink, greens, blues, and a purple. So we'll try those on here as well. All right, so I'm going to zoom you in, and I'm still having issues with my voice, so hold on one second. Sorry about that. Let's zoom in, and we'll concentrate on the center here, and I'll try to move you around and give you a view, a view, a view. There we go. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of them there. All right, so let's start with our greens, and we'll do our tree here. All right. They're really hard. And not extremely well pigmented either. But I'm not wearing it down. I am having to press a little bit harder to get that color to come through. I'm going to brighten that up a little bit because the color is a little bit brighter than that. Not a whole lot, but that's about right. Like I said, they are a hard pencil, and it's not going down very well on this cardstock. So we might have to try a different paper. I'm wondering if it'll work better on the cheaper coloring book paper. But we'll finish the tree here, and then we'll try it on cheaper coloring book paper. And we'll find out if it works better on the cheaper coloring book paper. Also want to see if they blend or if you're going to get that harsh line between colors. I do have to press kind of hard to get the saturation of color I want. Which is never fun. It's going to give somebody hand issues. All right, now let's try the lighter green. And we will see if we can blend this together. The lighter green seems to put out more color. But as you can see, the tip is not even getting used up at all. They're not breaking. And I'm putting quite a bit of pressure on it for this cardstock. Like I said, we'll finish up the tree here, and then we'll try them on some coloring book paper and see if it works better on coloring book paper instead of this heavier cardstock. This is the cover cardstock, so it is a bit heavier. Maybe we'll try it on her actual pages and see if it works any better on the actual pages instead of the hard cardstock of the front cover. It's not too bad. Can definitely get a variation of color with layering and pressure. They do blend quite nicely though. Do like that. And we'll come back through with the darker green and add some darker green up here on the edges of the foliage that's there. I kind of like the way that that went down a little bit better than the darker green did. Like I said, I think this paper may not be the best paper to color on a heavy cardstock like this. Like I said, they are quite a hard pencil. Very, very hard. Not extremely well pigmented on the greens here, but we'll check some of the darker colors. Like the next color we're going to do is brown for the base of the trees. All right. Then we'll take our brown. Make sure that it's in there properly. Yeah, see, it's just so hard. I would not suggest these. Great idea, very cool idea. But if you color on really heavy cardstock, not the best pencil for that. Definitely not the best pencil for heavy cardstock. Now, like I said, I will try them on the coloring book paper as well and see how that goes. This feels loose for some reason. Maybe it's just me. There's nothing loose, it just feels loose. Compared to the green, the brown was feeling a little bit looser. I think it was loosened a little bit because I twisted it and it's feeling better. Okay, now let's try a little bit of black on there for our shadows. Like so. Now let's put a little bit of yellow back here on these grasses. A little bit of orangey yellow. Yeah, definitely not enjoying the way that's laying down. Let's grab some red. Very muted colors. Not a lot of vibrancy in them. Compared to other pencils. Alright, let's give some purple grass. Okay, so I finished the tree area here. And my first impressions of them are meh. They're hard on this cardstock, again, I'm going to try them on coloring book paper and see if they or go down a little bit smoother and if the color comes up a little bit better. But I'm having to press really hard just to get the color saturation that I'm getting. So let's do this. I'm going to go around the edges here with the blues, using the light blue first, and it seems to be doing much better. And again, like I said, they are a much harder pencil than I'm used to using. I'm used to using some hard pencils, but these ones are even harder than what I'm used to, so. Sorry about any noise in the background. Bob's home today, so. Okay, so there's our blue. Now let's put in some dark blue. Our light blue. Now let's put in some dark blue. Just on the edges here. Oh, I must say the blue combination is quite nice. Again, not like in the laydown of it though. It's just I'm having to put a little bit more pressure than I'm used to. But like I said, it's a new type of pencil for me. So of course with each new set of pencils you have to learn what you need to do with them. And that's usually what I do with the swatch chart is it teaches me how to use that type of pencil. Now I did not do a swatch chart for these yet. Like I said, I quite literally opened them just before I came on. So you're getting to see the initial play with them. And because there's only 12 there, I really don't have, I will have to make a new swatch chart for them. I don't think I have a swatch chart for 12 pencils. And these don't have any names or numbers, so I'm going to have to put some number stickers on them. But that's not too bad. All right, let's try on some um, regular paper. I'm going to put that aside because we're going to use our gel pens on it. Let's look at, okay, so there's a little house here on the color test page. And Joanna's paper is quite thick anyway, so we'll try it on this, and if it doesn't work on this, I gotta move you down a little. If it doesn't work on this, then wait a minute, what is going on there? Oh, okay, that's what's going on there. I had it on the wrong thing. There we go. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, so we're going to start with the brown. Again, quite hard. And not a whole lot of payoff on the pigment yet. If you're extremely heavy-handed, these might be a good pencil for you. I am not extremely heavy-handed anymore. I used to be. I used to be really heavy-handed. And then I started coloring with oil-based pencils and learned not to. But I am getting a better layering payoff than I did on the cover. That's not too bad. And it seems to put down more color once a layer of color is put down. So it seems to be putting down a little bit more color after I get a layer down. It's either that or else it's just moving easier over top of the color. Now I'm using brown because I used brown on the other one, so we'll use some green and purple as well. A little bit of the red and the black. It's just taking so much work to put down such a small amount of color. I'm not sure I like them. Not sure yet. Not sure. Hold on. It's getting to learn something. It's once you figure out the pencil, it's not too bad. It's really pastel-y though, really, really light color. Almost an Emily Illustrator kind of coloring, which is not horrible. It's the way she does it is so pretty. I am not used to coloring that way, but with these, I could actually probably color her way because I love the way she colors. I'm not able to do it, but I love the way she does it. All right, we're going to give it a red door. It's just taking so much more. Let's give it a purple roof. Just putting down a starting layer first, and then we'll see if we can build up from there. Yeah, just not keen on this at all. Let's try the dark green. Yeah, this is going down the same way it did on the other one. And again, like I said, Joanna's paper is quite thick. So Joanna's books may not be the best tester for these pencils. Sometimes it depends upon the paper. And I've always said it's all about the paper, people. However, these are taking a lot of work to get the pigmentation that I want. So let's try an actual coloring book. And I'll just grab one of the, oh, ow. Let's see. Oh, let's thrill Jen. We'll grab the Christmas mandala book. I know, I said the M word and everything. Let's see. Really don't like this. It's bad when you go through a book and go, yeah, no. I have colored things in here. All right, let's do this one. Because there's some oranges and some blues, and so we'll start here. And hopefully we can actually get some color. All right, so we're going to do the mug with some blue. Oh, that's much better. And then, so the caps fit on the end. Alright, so I'm just going to do this whole area blue. So they are laying down a whole lot better on the coloring book paper. Definitely not having to press as hard, if like I'm barely pressing at all. So definitely something that you have to keep in mind if you don't like coloring in coloring books on the CreateSpace paper. But these do seem to work fairly well on CreateSpace paper. Now, what do they compare to? I would say they compare to Prisma Scholar kind of hardness, almost a very thin hard. Um, the laydown reminds me of old school Crayola, where you can get the color out of it, but you're going to work for it. Definitely not a high grade Caran d'Ache, Faber-Castell, Derwent kind of uh, ability. But on coloring book paper, I'm actually enjoying the laydown a little bit better. Alright, so now we're going to move on to our candy stripes there. Now I don't have any white, but I do have red and pink. Or red and green. Green will work too, because I want to test the green. So let's start over here in the red. I do, however, wish it had more than just one red. The red needs a little bit of pressure to build the color up. Let's see, what else can I put on here? Let's add a bit of brown for our shadow. Not liking the way that blends. I'm not getting any blend there at all. It's very strange. So let's start with the brown, and then we'll blend the red into it. It's going down. It's just really, it's going down a lot smoother on the Create Space paper than it did on Joanna's paper. On Joanna's paper, I had to press quite hard just to get them to put out any color. Now, would I suggest these? No. No, at this moment, no, I would not. Um, they're a little bit too hard, and with most of us who do adult coloring, um, we have hand issues, and hand cramps are a thing, and I think this would definitely give somebody some hand cramps, just from the amount of pressure that is needed to get a good payout and color. The color is there. It is going down. However, it's definitely taking out the tooth of the page quite quickly because of the hardness of the pencil. However, your coverage is very well. There's not a lot of white spot left in the page, but I don't know if that's because you have to press so hard that you're quite literally taking the tooth out of the page as soon as you try to put something down, or if it's covering very nicely. You know what I mean? All right. Now, if there was a white in here, I would just say, it'd be great for doing those small areas where you don't want any color. But I'm going to give them a full try. Um, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a workout and see how much of the tip, because there's no way to sharpen these. So that's another issue, is you just got to keep on turning them because there is no sharpening them. Once the tip is no longer um, sharp, it's no longer sharp. You might be able to sharpen it a little bit with a small sharpener that you would use for a mechanical pencil. But so I did all that red and it's barely even touched it. So, all right, let's do our green. We'll start with the dark just so that we can get the shadows in there. The green is having a bit of an issue. Not liking the way the green is laying down. It's definitely not giving me a whole lot of pigmentation. These do remind me almost like, and I hate to say it because I really don't like those pencils, almost the same pigmentation as the really inexpensive children's school pencils, like the Rose Art, um, the small set of the uh, Crayola, not the adult coloring Crayolas, but the basic Crayolas. Um, that Dollar Tree colored pencil kind of feel. It's not very pleasant. I'm sorry. Um, I know I'm torturing myself at this point, but I want to finish the cup at least because, yeah, I'm not going to be working on too much here. I might even try some of the orange, some of the lighter colors, and see how well they do. Because the blues did great. The green, not so much. It's taken a lot of work, which is taking all the tooth out of the page. So when I go to the lighter green, there's not going to be a whole lot for it to grab hold of. Okay, do want darker here. All right, now let's go to the light and then we'll see if we can add more dark. So kind of like an everlasting gobstopper. Um, you might get more color out of the everlasting gobstopper. All right. Definitely not going to do a speed color with these. Um, just to get the color down, you're going to have to work at it. So, okay. Now I've used this green a lot, so we'll take a look at this green. Once I'm done here and see how it's doing on the tip wise. But it's not too bad. It's actually quite good. Now let's try some of that orange. Now again, like I said, it's very muted. It's laying down, but it's a very odd first layer. Let's see if we can build some color up in it. Okay, got some orange down. Now let's grab the orangey yellow. So the light orange is very light. But it does cover, and you can build that color up, and they do blend a little bit better than the greens did. That's not too bad. Let's try some yellow. It's a good thing that this one's fairly light because I wanted a creamy kind of yellow, not a bright yellow. So, and that's pretty much what I got there. Let's put a little bit of brown. For some shadows. So we have used all of these colors. The only two colors that we didn't use are pink and purple. So let's do the rim in the purple. And we'll use the purple for the dark color. So we'll use the pink for the highlight. So I'm going to use the purple for the shadow area. And then we'll go over it with the purple, with the pink. And then we'll have all 12 colors on this cup. Alright. Oh, except black. We haven't used any black either. So the pink's not too bad. It's a much brighter pink than I thought it was going to be. It's blending into that purple quite nice. Still quite hard though. But it does cover quite nicely. But I can definitely feel the cramp starting in my hand. And that pink is very close to the red. That's how low pigment is in the red. Is the pink is way too close to the same color. So I'm going to put some purple in here so that we can show the separation in those colors. Like so. Alright, so we've done the cup, and feeling it, it feels really, really like I had to press really hard. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually indented. So personally, I would say nay to the everlasting pencil. Um, Definitely a hard pencil, not something I would find enjoyment in using on a daily basis. So let's try the glitter gel pens here. So I've got some reds. Let's do, oh, those are pretty. Oh, that just flows. That feels so much better compared to the, that just flowed right out of there. So this one, that's red. This one's dark pink. That's pretty. That just flowed right out of there. Let's do some orange. These are 1 millimeter tips, so you're not going to get a really, really fine line out of them. You know, like some are a 0.5 and stuff like that. This is a 1, which is one of the bigger tips that you can get, especially in a gel pen. That's pretty. That worked out quite nice. Let's see if we can blend them. And these were quite inexpensive on Temu as well. Let's take a little bit of this yellow. It actually blends really nice too. It's actually wetting the orange that's already dried and moving it around with the dark yellow, which is really cool. But it's not picking it up on the pen itself, I don't think. Let's go in here and find out. And then we'll look at the back of the page and see if it bled through. Because sometimes gel pen will bleed through. The Arteza gel pens bleed through. So you have to be careful with those. Alright, so pretty. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite sparkly. Very sparkly. That's actually really pretty. I like it. And yes, see, bled through. So be careful with these. They do bleed through the coloring book paper. So you have to remind yourself of things like that as you're coloring, of course. I'm not going to color with them anymore because of the fact that I don't have anything behind the page and I don't want it to bleed through. But we will go back to, so the pencils, I would say no. The gel pens, maybe. Um, we're going to go over here and we're going to take our gold and we're going to go around the edge here. And I'm going to come back on screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. I like the gold. It's a nice bright gold. It's not one of those metallic-y dark golds. Nice and shiny. Lots of sparkle in there. And the flow is really nice. It's not gumming up. It's not stuttering. It's just flow, which is really cool. Let's try the silver. Be careful with the silver because if you go over the lines here, you may find that it will cover them up. Okay. All right. So like I said, I did get these on Temu. So if you have a Temu account, um, I can link. They're called um, Bitoon Sparkle Glitter Gel Pens. And if you want to look them up and that sort of thing, this is what they look like. And there's our gold and silver as well. And again, they flow really nicely. They've got a good amount of glitter in there, lots of sparkle. The gold is a lovely gold color. It's not a heavy brown gold color, and the silver is definitely silver. It's not black, it's not gray. It's a good silver. All right, so my conclusions for this shopping excursion on Temu is the colored pencils, the everlasting colored pencil, um, are hard. They're very, very hard. They work better on the coloring book paper than on cardstock. However, they're still very hard to use. They take a lot of work to use. I'm going to zoom you out. They take a lot of work to use. Just to get a very light coloring took a lot of work and a lot of pressure, um, to a point where you can actually see on this page that we did here the pressure on the other side of the page. So you can actually see the indentation from pushing too hard on the pencil. So for coloring and that sort of thing, I would definitely not suggest purchasing the everlasting colored pencil. Um, Great idea, neat concept, but if you have any hand difficulties at all, these are going to give you hand cramps. So I don't know what I'll do with them, but I'll figure something out. They're a really, really neat concept, but I will play with them a little more and see if there's one specific coloring book that they work well in, or maybe use them for one specific thing that I need a harder pencil for, or just keep them for writing, that sort of thing. Let's see if they work on writing paper. Do I have a piece of regular paper? That's the question. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have a piece of regular paper around here? No, that's cardstock. Yeah, let's use the back of this. Yeah, that can be used. So, yeah, they don't work any better on regular paper. Just saying. So, I yeah, I would say no. No, don't buy these. Do not buy them. They're hard, they're unpigmented. They're just really difficult to use. Let's see if that's the other thing I wanted to see. Let's see if they move with water. Maybe I can spread them with water. Not really. They move a little bit, but you can't really smooth them out. Yeah, no. They do move a little bit with water. So an alcohol marker may smooth them out, but they're not well, that's been a little had a little bit more pigmentation over here, so it's giving a better eye of what movement it's giving. Let's try the green. So to blend them, you can definitely just blend them with some water, which is cool. But still, getting the color down is the issue. And I will probably never use these again. I'm just saying. um, I may find something to use them on where I don't need a lot of pigment, but I doubt it. I am way too bright in my coloring. It's not too bad. I colored it pretty. The pencils didn't do much though. All right, so pencils, no. The pens are a very lovely set of bright, good flowing gel pens. They did cover quite nicely. I don't have a lot of stuttering or a lot of spaces, and I have absolutely zero stuttering. And they are nice and shiny. They're very sparkly. I like it. They are in most of them, a silver sparkle. Like in these ones here, you can see the silver sparkle in them. So they've got a silver glitter in them. I do believe that the gold, no, it's got silver too. I was going to say the gold might have a yellow glitter in it, but it has a little bit of silver too. So I think it does have some gold glitter in it as well. But they do cover nicely. They don't stutter. I didn't have any problems whatsoever straight out of the box onto the paper. Um, yeah, I'll give those a use for a little while and see how long that flow lasts. Because sometimes it'll flow really good for a week, maybe two, and then suddenly it just doesn't flow at all. And that's a clogging in the tip with the colored pencils as well as the glitter that comes out of them. So that's my conclusion for my Temu purchasing of art supplies. I went through all of their art supplies, and all of their art supplies are definitely lower branding art supplies. I did see a lot from Brute Funer, but all of the ones that they have on there that are Brute Funer I already have. So I thought, okay, well, I'll try these ones. And I'm sorry I did. Do not buy these. I'm just telling you, don't do it. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.